What is going on, everyone? In this video, I want to take a look at some more PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game updates. Got quite a bit to look over, so let's get right into it. First of all, Dark Fantasy RPG Disciples Liberation is dropping on October the 21st. This is coming from Calypso Media, and it is a game that is touting an 80-plus hour campaign, so it is not going to be for the faint of heart. This is going to be one that's going to require quite a bit of investment, and it is a tactical RPG, probably a little bit more associated with PC games, but it'll be available on PlayStation as well. The game notes Disciples Liberation is a mature dark fantasy strategy RPG with turn-based combat. Liberate the land and uncover the endless stories hidden within this richly detailed world where every decision has a consequence and every wrong move could be deadly. It notes it has a variety of different locales as well. 80-plus hour single-player campaign experience, a sprawling dark fantasy epic over 3 acts with more than 270 quests and 5 unique endings to unlock. Explore a war-torn realm, journey through a sprawling world in ruin, and work to unearth its endless secrets, hidden treasures, and bloody past. Write your own story, pick from 4 uniquely skilled classes, and define your place in the world, recruiting others to your cause from an assortment of factions. Build a base, take on quests for precious resources, and use your political savvy to build a place of planning and sanctuary. Fight for your life, recruit 50-plus units, and amass an army best suited to your playstyle. Hone both steel and spell in intricate turn-based combat. You'll also challenge deadly bosses, test your mettle, and pit your party against horrific monsters and beasts, each requiring a unique strategy. Choice is everything. Let your decisions guide your fate and directly influence what sort of leader you become. And fight your friends as well. Put forth the ultimate challenge and battle for supremacy in 2-player online skirmishes. So this is going to have quite a bit of longevity attached to it, given that it has a lengthy campaign, that it's going to have, skirmishes as well, online PvP. So you're going to be able to play this game for a long time. Again, probably a game that's going to do really well on PC. We'll see how the PlayStation version turns out. It will be on PS5 and PS4, along with Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC, of course, out October 21st. Next up, we have the Slice of Life interactive story game in a Lake. That'll be dropping September 1st, however, just on Xbox Series and Xbox One and PC. It notes later for other platforms. Now, this is a game that is a little bit interesting. I don't know if it's going to be up everyone's alley. The game notes it's 1986. Meredith Wise takes a break from her career in the big city to deliver mail in her hometown. How will she experience 2 weeks in a beautiful Providence Oaks with its iconic lake and quirky community, and what will she do next? It's up to you. Now, this is a game that is very much more story-driven than gameplay-driven, and is very much driven by a lot of the aesthetic choices. The game notes escape to a beautiful rustic environment without cell phones and the internet, drive around the lake in your dad's trusty mail truck, or let the autopilot do the work. So if you want, you could really just make this into more of a tranquil experience where it's just relaxing and you can chill out. Talk to a range of engaging characters, each with their own personalities and quirks. Choose after activities, hang out with your friends, help your neighbors, or stay home and read a book. Experience 2 weeks of branching story that doesn't shy away from slice of life themes. Determine your own story. There are no right or wrong answers or endings, simply what you want to happen. So decision making is going to be an element to this game as well. This one is dropping September 1st again, PC, Xbox Series, Xbox One. I would imagine ultimately there will be a PlayStation release as well. That's usually how these things go. But yeah, the game from a visual standpoint has a pretty cool look to it as well. Looks a bit cartoony, but I'm kind of liking what it's going for in terms of its presentation elements. Again, this should be out hopefully by the end of the year on PlayStation on top of the Xbox release and PC release. Okay, moving on from that, this is sure to get a lot of people excited. Lost Judgment has just gotten an hour of gameplay from Famitsu. Now, a lot of story around Lost Judgment. A lot of people have been talking about it recently with everything's going on with the actor that plays the main character, and looking like that is going to stop the franchise from evolving and having another entry, and Lost Judgment might be the last entry in the Judgment franchise. That would be completely unfortunate because there's rumblings that Yakuza is going to move to a turn-based style. But the game itself is looking fantastic, and I think it's going to be something that a lot of people get into. If you did not play Judgment, if you have a PlayStation 5, obviously the game dropped on PS5, not a free upgrade, which is a bummer, but Lost Judgment is a follow-up to that game, and I would recommend you to play Judgment. Visually, the game looks great, music is excellent. The music to Judgment is still one of those tracks that I regularly listen to. The main theme song, that is, the trailer theme song, I should say that. I thought that was a great song, but the music in the game itself is also really good, and story's quite quite good. A lot of mystery attached to the game as well, pretty mature story on top of that, and it has a variety of gameplay that you can tackle as well. So check out the hour of gameplay. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what to expect here, but definitely a game to keep on your radar, and hopefully they can figure out the issue with the actor and everything like that. Apparently, the issue was with some modding thing or some licensing agreement. I forget the entirety of the story, but it was really in flux, and a lot of people made it sound like that was going to be End of Judgment just because of the conflict in that area. But I'm sure if it is, the team can figure out something pretty good to do. I mean, that team is incredibly talented, and guys, you gotta give that team credit for, we talk about, you know, games taking a long time to develop. These guys are pumping out games. I mean, Yakuza Like a Dragon just came out last year, and I'm sure they've got different teams working on these games, but they are super consistent. All the Yakuza games, Yakuza Like a Dragon, you got Judgment. When did Judgment come out? I want to say back in 2018. It wasn't that long ago, 2018 or 2019, and now we're already following it up with Lost Judgment, a sequel to that. So a lot of good stuff happening here, and hopefully Lost Judgment turns out pretty well. And lastly, I do want to note, 8-bit 2D platform adventure game Batboy has been announced for all major platforms: PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, X1, Switch, and PC. This is due out in 2022. Definitely a throwback of a game. It notes Ryosuke isn't your regular high school kid. He and his fellow sports star friends secretly battle against the evil invading forces of Lord Vicious, hell-bent on hosting sinister athletic events for his own amusement. Aided by the power granted to them by nameless deities, Ryosuke is Batboy. Okay, so obviously from a description standpoint, that sounds like a wacky old school title. I mean, some of those games back in the day, they were trying wacky things for, like, you know, story bases, and this is seemingly going with that as well. A thrilling 2D platform adventure set against rich, nostalgic 8-bit backdrops. Swing, deflect, spin, and power hit your way through exciting baseball-style combat. Explore a vast world of unique and exciting environments, ultimately leading to a showdown with one of Batboy's brainwashed allies. Take on the powers of each ally as you free them from the influence of Lord Vicious. Glorious 8-bit visuals reminiscent of early platform legends. So if you're a fan of old-school platformers, games that released on the NES, this is probably going to be right up your alley. And that's going to wrap up this one. Again, shining some light on some of these low-key titles. I mean, Lost Judgment, I'm sure you guys know about, but Disciples Liberation is not a game that's been getting a ton of buzz. I don't expect it to get a ton of buzz, especially on the PlayStation side of things, but might be something people are going to get into. Slice of life interactive story game. Lake launches September 1st for X Series, X1, and PC. Later, hopefully on PlayStation as well. Lost Judgment, check out that hour plus of gameplay, and hopefully they can figure out the issues with that and keep Judgment around for the long term, because it's got a lot of potential. And Batboy drop in 2022 for old school platformer fans that are looking to get a little bit nostalgic. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.